Okay. You gotta love the Philippines, baby. You gotta love the Philippines. Not only does the internet that I pay for 5 megabyte upload speed, not only do I not get 5 megabyte upload speed, but I just checked my upload speed to the internet. It was 1 gigabyte. One. So I'm paying for 5 and I get 1. And welcome to the Philippines, baby. That's the way it is here in the Philippines. They are working with 1990s technology. Scott Del Fuego, I have your comments. I'm going to continue right along with your comments right now. As soon as I find my glasses. There they are. Okay. Internet. I love that word. That is a classic. That is a classic Scott Del Fuego. So let me get Scott Del Fuego's 3 comments back up on my live stream, because he did post these before, and I was going through these one at a time, and I saved them. I'm going to paste that. Okay, that's one. The first comment is there. That's from Scott Del Fuego. The second comment is here. Scott Del Fuego. That's right, Scott. I did that. I did sail that barge from Traverse City, Michigan, all the way to New York Harbor, except for 100 miles by myself. And I have the third comment. I did die. I did die. I did die, and I saw the light, baby. And I will tell you unequivocally, there is some life after death. And you people that don't believe that, no one can make you believe that. But you have basically the people that don't believe in life after death are feeble-minded. That's feeble-minded people that have what we call no understanding of the spirit world. Nothing. Zero. Squat. So where were we? We were on comment number 2. I bought an ocean construction bar. In part 1, we went through the house, we went through the ocean racer, we went through the excavation company. This man has experienced wise guys and lived in their world unafraid. Well, it just happened to be a victim of circumstances. So if you Google Howard Beach, and it doesn't come up with a lot of hits on Howard Beach, but the stuff it does come up with are a lot of famous names that they made movies about. And that just happened to be because that's where I was born. And that's true. So this man has experienced wise guys and lived in their world unafraid. So what Scott is saying is that a lot of my work throughout my entire life was working for very famous people or nefarious people. And what needed to be done when you worked for those people is, number one, they didn't like paperwork. Number one, they liked paper, Scharol, Pringles, cash, iron, but they did not like paperwork. So basically, you would write out a contract for these people. They would not sign it. Then you would tell them what you were going to do, and they would say, okay. And many times they don't like to deal with people. They would just pay you up front. They just say, here's your money. Let me know when the job is done. Because some of them lived in the houses I worked in, and some of them did not. So that's true. I worked for a lot of people that they made movies about. Didn't necessarily break bread with all of them, but some of them, when the jobs were done, I was invited to their house and we remained friends over the years, even still to this day, because of things I won't discuss on YouTube. But there are people in this world that they made movies about that I did much work for. Decks, docks, bulkheads, kitchens, bathrooms, extensions, dormers, complete renovations from start to finish. And if I put those people's names on YouTube, probably would serve no purpose. But I know what I did, and I have pictures of not only the jobs, but pictures of many of those people when they were in their 30s, late 20s. So I had an interesting life and construction business when I was younger. So that's true, says that. And Scott, you know what? We're not going to talk about it. Scott can prove that as well. So the man died, saw the other world. That's true. For the feeble-minded people out there that don't believe in life after death, I would suggest, well, if you don't believe in life after death, no one is going to make you believe it. It's not something, it's like religion. First of all, religion in and of itself is a good thing to believe in on a moralistic basis, but who really in the religious field of this world? We talk about liars. You want to talk about deception, and the greatest deceivers of the entire world, globe, planet, or flat earth. That's religion, baby. The Catholic Church has no problem, none whatsoever, of all the people that have been killed in the name of God since the beginning of the Catholic Church. More people have been killed by the Catholic Church, for the Catholic Church, in conjunction with the Catholic Church, and in the witch hunts and the dark ages of the Catholic Church. Then more people have been killed by the Catholic Church than in all wars put together. So you want to talk about lies and deceits and half-truths. We could talk about religion and philosophy and politics, but we're not going to go there today. We're going to finish Scott Del Fuego. But I did die. There is an afterlife. And, you know, maybe one day, when the time comes, I don't know that there's an afterlife for everybody. I think could be there's a belief that if you believe in the afterlife and you have an OBE, out-of-body experience, or near-death experience, if you believe in the afterlife, you see God or something that represents God. Maybe somebody that doesn't believe in God doesn't see anything in the afterlife. Maybe they just, fade into nothingness. I don't know how that works. I know many people that have died and come back to life and have their lives were changed. But I know a lot of people that don't believe in God, and maybe they don't see anything when they die. I don't know. I mean, it would be interesting if you could interview them a few months later and see what they learned, but that's just not possible at this time. Or at least the government isn't allowing us to see if that is possible at this time. So let's go back to the comments. No, this is the wrong tab. This one here. I was looking for these before. They were on my head. This man has lived 1,000 lives and forgotten more than most learn. This man, of course, is Michael Fazio, a man of the ages. Thank you, Scott Del Fuego. So now we're going to go back to lies, deceits, and half-truths, and who lies. If it wasn't for WikiLeaks, not WikiLeaks, old Andy Omar would still be playing like he is a moral saint among men. All along, Epstein himself was alive and well, living in Angeles, Pampanga. Okay, so let's read that again. Andy Gamar. Now I get it. Andy Gamar. If it wasn't for WikiLeaks. Now, there is another feud going on YouTube between a man named Andy and a man named Rike. Okay, so old Andy Omar, he's not that old. I think he's in his early 40s, would still be playing like he is a moral saint. Okay, so Rike Leaks is what you're saying is Rike Leaks has disseminated some truth. I I I got messages up the yin yang about that, and also about a man I met and made a quick video about named Phil Rizzuto. I got like 25 messages about that yesterday and the day before. And I don't watch either one of their channels much, but I did see that there was some interaction between those two. But they're to Andy Gamar. We're talking to Andy Gamar now. I don't know who's feeding whom information on YouTube. Now, I will say that, to my knowledge, Andy Omar has not said anything about me in a derogatory level. I can say that honestly, that Andy Omar will come on with, a half-snide remark, like when is the hotel going to be? When are you going to start building the hotel, or when are you going to start building again on the hotel? And I mean, that's a legitimate question, so I don't take that so serious. But he's not said anything, to my knowledge, bad about my past, because there's really nothing bad to say about my past. What my past is my past. But he has said things about other people, but I don't, you can only just watch so many videos. So you're right in that he is talking about Rike, and I did hear something. Now, I did hear about Andy Omar, a so-called friend or acquaintance of Andy Omar. I listened to this video, so I am telling you, I heard these words. Telling Andy Omar that he was obsessed with Rike. A blogger said that to Andy Omar, and they were supposed to be friends, and Andy Omar and this blogger were supposed to be friends. So I heard that blogger say that, and I'm going, why would he do that? I mean, these guys are friends. They're probably chit-chatting back and forth behind the scenes, trying to dig up dirt on people like me, which there isn't any real dirt to find, trying to disprove things. So that's not disprovable. I mean, that's what the content of this video and the previous live stream were about. So then when that blogger said, this is going back 8 or 10 days now, something about suggesting, I think it was, or why don't you stop talking about Rike? Enough is enough. Something to that effect. Then I was told yesterday, now I don't know that this is true, but I was told yesterday that Andy's response to that blogger was something about, do not throw me under the bus again, to the blogger, not to me. I don't have anything to do with that. But I heard Andy's response was, do not throw me under the bus again, and something to the effect that you will not like what happens if you do it again. Now, I don't know if it was done again, if the thing was dropped, but Andy Omar, for what I've heard,